best brands as well as great place to work. This is like contradictory. Either you can be a best place to work or you are getting the best brand award. So you are going both ways. That's great. Congratulations for that. And the question is, like you are primarily focused on gold loans again the pledge of household gold jewelry. So how is it possible in Indian traditional ways? Because people like to flaunt their jewelry in the weddings also, so they are not ready to pledge it. So how do you manage that?
I feel gold loan has traveled a lot from a distress activity to a lifestyle option, because it all depends on the opportunity and the utility which is being required. So it is no more a distress option, it's a lifestyle option. Like example, anybody wants to put their son or daughter into college, they think of a gold loan to bridge it till the time they get their education loan. So that's how open the population has become, and specifically with the gold rates also going up, this has actually enticed the people. With the regulations coming in, has also put the people in a more secure and enticed manner. And moreover, I should say that 34,000 or 35,000 metric tons of household gold reserve, which is a hypothetical figure, and out of which only 16 to 17% is still in the pledge market. So there's a huge opportunity still there, and we feel that there will be more and more people coming into it. And with the growth pattern which is coming in itself is quite testimonial to the fact that it is becoming a lifestyle option.
And there is...
Pardon, ma'am?
You manage it very well.
We always say that we might be doing the same thing, but we do it in a bit of a different manner. We're more customer centric and we're more customer focused, because we believe in a long-term relationship with the customer, because the customer comes with the sentimental valued assets and invests with us. And we believe that gold loan is a very unique business where you not only need your lender's trust, you also should earn your borrower's trust also.
Thanks, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. My question is, while scaling operations across multiple states, how do you manage regional credit default risk or localized economic downturns?
So when we, first thing is that when we enter into a state, we enter into a very organic manner, because we don't do a carpet bomb branches in any particular state we are entering in. We enter the particular state with 5 to 6 branches and we operate for a year, and we utilize that 5 to 6 branches for operating in that year to understand the market, because in India every state is a different country. And we do understand that, and we do try to understand that within the year of operation, because first of all you need to understand your staff pattern, staff culture, staff behavioral pattern. You need to understand similarly on the customer pattern in terms of culture, behavior and everything, and which includes their credit quality and their promptness on repayment. The third aspect is the quality of gold which is in circulation. So all these things cumulative together gives us the data and the analytical data and the tools and the principles which we need to adopt for the particular states in order to take it forward. And then we go in for an expansion in the following years. That's how we do it.
And how do you see competition from larger players in the gold loan market, such as Muthoot Finance or Manappuram Finance?
They are not the only competitors now. Every day there is one large corporate coming into the gold loan. As I answered to the earlier question, there's around 34 to 35,000 metric tons of gold, out of which only 16 to 17% is the pledge market. And out of that pledge market itself, only 37% is controlled by the organized players. Still 63% is the unorganized players. So you've got an existing market where there is still conversion space available, and on top of that, that existing market is growing in terms of gold coming into the pledge market. So I feel that there is ample enough space for the existing players as well as the new players coming in.
Especially on the tier 3, tier 4 market, the penetration towards the organized sector is very less, and that is the area where like us is concentrating more.
Good afternoon. We've seen an increment of about 75%. So what have been your key growth drivers? What have been your key growth drivers for the last financial year?
So the last financial year, as every gold loan company had got, the gold price has been one of the key growth drivers. This is something which we cannot be myopic about. We need to be very open about. But we have ensured that in terms of growth, we have always stood ahead in the competition space. But one of the key contributors of last financial year has been the gold price.
An honorable minister had some time back said that don't invest in gold. Has it impacted your business?
Ma'am, no. Because again, I come back to the same, the household reserve what we have itself is sufficient enough, because we've got reserves which is brilliant, which is quite multiples of central bank world reserves, and I think around 100 times of India government's reserves. So if somebody stops buying gold also, I think we have gold enough to be pledged for the coming few decades, to be very precise. Yeah.
Hello, William, sir.
Yes, just to add to what he said, in fact, we are trying to monetize gold. So we are in a way supporting what the PM said. Rather than buying gold, people can monetize the gold.
Thank you.
It's very simple, because the gold in the household cupboards does not contribute to the economy. It might have contributed to the physical deficit negatively a couple of years before when it was being imported. But by this means of a gold loan company, we're doing two things. Number one, we are leveraging it and getting the cash back into the economy, and second thing is that the gold is getting accounted.
So your substantial portion of your 397 branches, you basically concentrate more on Kerala than I can say like Tamil Nadu and Karnataka.
Sir, our only 1% of our business is in Kerala, and of course our largest market is Tamil Nadu, and second largest is Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. Similarly with Karnataka, and the third position goes to Odisha, and the next comes Maharashtra. So we might be a company out with a corporate office out in Kerala, but our Kerala business is literally very negligible. It's only 1%.
How much you're out of this IPO? How much you're looking at North Central and Eastern region?
So last two IPOs have been testimonial to the fact that our major contribution has come from the central and north part of India. Specifically, we had a lot of traction from the states of Mumbai, Gujarat, and Delhi last IPO which we did.
So it doesn't make any difference whichever players come as a competitor for you.
That's what I said, sir. The market space is quite large. Everybody has got their own pound of flesh and space over there. It is the only thing, what we always follow is that we like to do our business in a very ethical manner, in a very customer-centric manner, and because we believe in long-term relationships to be maintained with the customers. So we might be smaller in number of branches, but whichever market we are there with our branches, we are at the top 3 level in that particular market. That is being created on the basis of customer confidence. That is the confidence what we also yield, and that's the confidence what we yield on the customers too, because we believe in long-term relationship with them.
So your director shows a lot of experience from SBI and a lot of other things. So what exactly, you've been selecting those people in your company and growing that way? Because,
more than independent directors, we call them our mentors. So that's how we call them internally. Their varied, rich experience has helped us a lot and still helping us a lot. And certain things which you as an NBFC, which we can't envisage, has been envisaged by them in their experience view and with their wisdom.
Thank you, sir.
Umesh Ben here from the Indel.
I will.
More than 90%, 94% is concentrated in the gold loan.
Yes.
Don't you see in the fluctuality in the prices? Don't you see a concentration? You had automobile and auto financing, and I think you had.
No, we did not have auto finance right from the beginning. We stayed away from auto finance.
You had retail. You had auto retail.
We have auto retail under the group.
Okay.
So that is one of the major reasons why we stayed away from the auto finance business itself.
To avoid concentration risk, what are you doing? Why don't you get into new products?
We feel gold still has got a lot of opportunity. That is we've been poised. So in my presentation, if you would have heard my wordings, I said that we are 94% gold loan now, and we are poised to continue in similar manner with the focus mainly on gold loan, with us being flagged as a gold loan NBFC itself.
Okay. And since the level of the gold prices, the price has gone by almost 35%. I mean, last month it started moving up. How has been the margin call to the customers? How good is the security? Of course, it is fully protected, secure IEP. Has there been margin calls?
So that's what I tell that we are a bit in contrast to the existing gold loan players. As I said earlier, we might be doing the same things in a different manner. Let me give you a small example actually. So gold loan is basically a demand loan where there is an option for the customer to pay interest and principal towards the end of the tenure. And this is what most of the competitors do. They push them to do that because they have an higher ROI. But here, in stark contrast to what they do, what we do is that we do a hand-holding exercise in educating the customers on pros of monthly remittance of interest. Although they have the option of bullet payment of interest and principal towards the end of the tenure. It's because we like to carry them throughout the life cycle of their loan. And if they are not in a position to release their loan at the end of the tenure also, they can arrange cash and release the loan and come back to us for a repledge where the net cash outflow is very less for them. And if the gold price is favorable, rather they would have an inflow of cash. So that is how we maintain our customer relationship, and that is how we have a long-term tenure relationship with our customers. The positive side is the customer relationship, and the flip side is that our ROI might be 50 pips lesser than our competitors.
What is the longer tenure that you offer? You give it 3 years, right?
We give it 12 months.
That is what banks also do. That is what banks also do, 12 months.
Yeah. So we were one of the first ones to come up with 12 months in 2019. So later on, I think by the COVID time, everybody started following the 12 months.